Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Mark. How's getting on today? Thank you for joining me today. Good to see you again. And if it's your first time here, then I mean ignore that. Welcome. How are you? We're gonna start today's episode, but I'm gonna show you something really cool. Or at least I think it's cool. Hello, Fenrir. Hello, boys. Did I just see some... Yeah, there's some shulker boxes over here. How have I forgotten about these? Oh, livid. Oh, there's... you're coming with me. I know I had misplaced some, and that's my last episode when I went to the end to get more. I just knew that we had some somewhere. Wasn't really sure where. I think, hopefully, we're coming up on it soon. Yes. Here it is. Look how nice this area is. We've got the mountains, we have the hills, we've got the village going all over the levels, bridging over the water, and the village is huge. Like, I don't know if this is a regular sized village, but there's houses all the way up there. They continue up that hill, and then over even back here, there's the world's most jankiest wheat farm. Janky is an outstanding word. And I must admit, I love the orange wood. These villages are so cool. Look at this area. I don't know what it is. There's just something really cool about here. Cool enough where if I had actually thought about it, and when I picked this seat, if I had wanted to actually look around and find somewhere to build, if I had seen this, we would have 100% set up our area here. We would have called this place home and we would have been happy. Just look at this mountain. It goes into this huge cave that it's just, I don't know, there's, oh, look how cool it is. I know I say all the time that I just love the generation of the new update, but I can't get over it. It's so good. And then I was looking up here, look at this. We've got a little shelf, the above, the below. Up here, we've got a hole in the cliff. It's so sick. Look at that! My god, I'm on X Games mode! I don't know, I find this place really cool. But that certainly is not all. I'm not entirely sure where it is. I'm gonna cut and I'll come back to it. There's something over here that I want to show you as well. Because it's something I've never seen before. Now, don't get me wrong, I know that this isn't new. Found a lovely big mesa here, adjacent to another very large desert. Tell you what, when I was over here before, I don't think I noticed this village. But even that's a bonus. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Look at this! Is this something new, or have I just never seen this in Minecraft before? Look at the little spikes and the spires in the mesa. This area looks so cool. All just the actual terracotta spikes. This looks so natural. I love this. This place is so cool. Generally, I've never seen anything like this before, and I love it. Right, as I say that this place looks so real, we've got something like this. But honestly, I think this place looks incredible. It's so cool. I need a better word than cool, but honestly, like, that just embodies what I think. It's sick. That ruined portal. Cool. This place has it all, and it's just really tall. Absolutely love the new biomes, the new structures they've got. Oh, phenomenal. Right, I think that's a good enough start to the episode. You've seen where I've explored to off camera. Now let's go and do something productive. Here's a very random segment. It serves absolutely no purpose. It'll probably take about 20 seconds. I needed a name for my helmet. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you. Magic says Lucky Bucket. I have absolutely no idea why this was a suggestion, but I guess that's why it looks so weird. Because it's a bucket. Alright, on with the rest of the video. So I'm not really sure what I just filmed. I don't really know what's happening. I don't know what part of the video we're at. I'm in the middle of editing it, and we found a thunderstorm. I think it's about time we try to get some mob heads, because they're just really cool, and I have a very interesting idea. But I need a skeleton head. If we're gonna be messing with charged creepers, then I want my netherite. See, if the one time I want it to rain, it prematurely stops, I'm gonna be furious. Right, come here. Ah, am I too strong? I might be. Crap. Okay, that might be a flaw in my plan. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no. Shut up, phone. Oh, that's terrible. Am I too strong? Oh, they all die in one shot. What the hell were you? I'm assuming that was a creeper. Come here. Oh, for God's sake, I'm too strong. You didn't die. Okay, hold on. There's maybe hope. That's really bizarre. I need a creeper. Hello? Where are you? My neighbors are gonna think I'm some kind of psychopath. I one-shot spiders? Yeah. Yes. That might be an issue. It's not one that I foresaw. All right, there's a creeper there. Can I just, like, go... Just really, like, limp wrist it. Did he just despawn? Did the skip? Oi! They all just despawn. That's so rude. Fall in this snow. I'm gonna sue someone. Come here. Ah, my trident's too strong. That's an unfortunate circumstance. I didn't foresee that at all. That's really unfortunate. Can I get a creeper to stand beside something? Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, this is gonna be perfect. No, come here, come here, come here. Track onto me, you stupid green. Oh, don't get stuck. How did you? Right, so if I strike you, right? Oh my God, that actually worked. I can't believe it. Right, come back here. If you blow up before I get over to these people, I'm gonna scream. Right, come here. Come here. All of you, come here. I don't know how much damage these guys do. Blow up! Oh, you didn't die. Oh, I got a zombie head, but you didn't. How did you? Who? Oi, how did he not die? Oh, that's so annoying. I did that. Look at the hole he made. And I don't think I took a heart of damage. Just keep hitting me. You just died. What? How am I this strong? Netherite is stupid. Right, you, come here. I'll hit the pig. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Right, this is gonna be so janky. I made a pigman. Whoop, they drop heads. I don't think they do. I'm gonna try. I mean, it might be stupid. Come here. I'm 90% sure they don't drop heads, but it's worth it if they do. Come here! Oh, he does 1.5 hearts. Okay, that's not... I'm gonna have to terraform so much. Why am I doing this? Okay, we learned that zombie pigmen don't drop heads. Probably good to know. I just need a skeleton head. Did I get... Yeah, I've got 1 zombie head. That's acceptable. Right, come here. Oi. That's gonna be so loud in the recorded. Come here, you stupid, lanky, green human. That didn't count. Right, hit the zombie. Right, you're charged. Come here. Don't get stuck in a hole. Right, skeleton, boys, anyone. Also, with how hard this is to do, you really think that they could maybe make it so pigs drop heads, or pigmen drop heads, or anyone drops heads. But this is so hard to do. Come here. Man, I could honestly do with a couple, but I'm not willing to... Yeah, you're taking thorns damage, right? That's fine. Don't die. Don't die from the thorns. Don't die from the... Kaboom! Skeleton head and zombie head. We love that. All right, sick. All right, I think it's actually time to start being productive. Enough fooling around. I forgot to put my helmet on. If you're actually used to my videos, then you'll know that the last clip that you just saw of me actually getting the mob heads was a lot louder than normal. And there's a very simple explanation for that. The clip itself actually desynced like the rest of my clips have been. I kind of had a feeling there's obviously no correlation between it, but the clips that are actually important and I can't redo always seem to be the ones that end up desyncing. To the point where actually at the start of that clip, I did a 1, 2, 3 style sync just because I knew that it wouldn't work. So I had that to actually sync it all back together. Now, obviously, I know that there's zero correlation between what I'm doing and my actual stuff messing up, but I swear sometimes it feels like there is. Really weird. Anyway, back to the point I was trying to make. I obviously couldn't refilm the section I did. Or at the very least, if I did, I would have to try and like fake shock that my trident wouldn't kill things and then try and like fake working out how to actually do it. I have absolutely no interest in doing that. I really don't see the point in pretending to be shocked at something that I already know the answer to. So my choices were either to try and sync it back up using that. So my 2 choices were either to sync it back up or just tell you what I'd been up to. And I figured it would be really annoying if I just went, oh, look at this really weird thing that I've just been up to that you're gonna never see me do, and you know, like, it was something I really wanted to show you. Because it's really fun, and I think the clip itself was actually quite good. But, this is where my point is going, I'm sorry for waffling on. Literally, the only point I'm trying to make is saying that when I actually have to do all that kind of stuff, and I have to resync the audio, and I have to make duplicate clips, and then try and drag one over the top of each other, and then change it so you can't see one clip and sync up the audio. It's a whole process. And it's one I don't want to have to keep doing, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it. It makes it almost impossible to actually correct the audio levels like I do with every clip. So you'll notice that the thunder and the actual mob sounds are really loud compared to my voice. And that is literally just down to the fact that I think it is. It's not balanced like it usually is, just because I wasn't able to. Fortunately, it was completely out of my hands, because in essence, it was either have that clip with the audio levels like they were, or don't have the clip at all. So that's what I chose. So please, tell me if it was worth it. And now for the final few blocks. 1 and 2. Perfect. Alright, that should be us done. And apart from running out of glass twice, that actually didn't take as long as I thought it would, and I think it is definitely an improvement. I think it'll really help just kind of clean up the place. Hopefully, and it is a massive hope, that this won't actually stop the farm from working. Because although that didn't take long to do, I certainly don't want to have to replace all the blocks again. On first glances, this seems to be working totally fine, but I'm just going to AFK here for a little bit. I'm just going to double check that the spawn rates are good. Then, I guess it's trying to work out what I want to do in here, because I must admit, I haven't a Scooby. Right, so I tell you what, I really have absolutely no idea where I want to start in here. I figure the first couple of things that'll probably be easier to do, like a staircase up to the portal, seeing as I have filled in here, here, and here, we don't really have a way in and out. I mean, technically we still have the ladder, but kind of keep forgetting about that, and I have no idea why. Also, these pillars, I really want to give it another go with the glass. Oh. That actually needs to be all great. Okay, you're working fine. Why is there only one of you? It really stresses me out when things stop working, because I'm really not smart enough to work out why. Okay, right. Now I can officially say everything in here is exactly how this room wants to look, apart from that. So let's get to decorating. And I'm really trying to say that with as much optimism as possible, because I have no idea how I want this to look. Let me get to thinking. So I'm very quickly coming to terms to realize I just don't know how these guys work, because I've replaced one side of this purely with glass. I've made sure that it's lit up, because in that way it should make it so the light level is the same for everything and nothing is spawning. Literally not one thing has spawned here. And then just to double check, I've done just purely this. On this side is the one little bit of glass, the one sea lantern, and then you can probably see where this is going. I climb up here and there's not a single person. That happened last time as well. The second I said there's not a single person, people appeared. Okay, interesting. Well, that's a development. Can I just not be near it? Interesting. So things certainly are still not spawning here. If I go up here, and then I just turn this on, it'll be loud. I'll just silence the audio for a second. These guys die. Will there be any replacements? Yes, I can see them coming up. Now, isn't that weird? The more I try to figure this out, the more confused I get. You're working okay. You're one single person stuck up there. You're now working fine, and you definitely weren't. So you are spawning, but really, really slowly. Is that correct? Why on earth is that the case? Over here is certainly working fine, but it certainly wasn't when I was down here. Why have you very quickly changed your tone? Fascinating. And by fascinating, I mean infuriating. So I've Googled it. I don't know if it's actually true. There's a lot of misinformation going around. Apparently, mobs will only spawn 24 blocks away, which would explain why these guys seem to spawn when I'm up here, but not when I'm down there. Because I've now started replacing this with a glass, very much like I did previously. And as you can see, inside here is still chock-a-block, and over here is still pretty full. And that includes over here having the glass tunnel underneath. So I guess that's okay. It just means that... Actually, that's probably better than okay. I think that means this will only be loud and noisy when I'm actually up here trying to AFK at it. But when I'm down here and running around, depending on obviously what we put in here, they shouldn't spawn, so that shouldn't fill up, in theory. So what I should be able to do, I think, is turn that on, and then go down here. Up there, everything should die, and then nothing else should go up, and then once everything's dead, we can go up and see if things spawn again. Look, I know we're meant to be room designing, but this has turned into experimenting with magic, so I mean, just kind of accept it. I'm very confused. Let's just stand here. Can I see both of them here? Yes. Up top, I'm not seeing any tail sticking out, so everything should be dead, and I'm currently not seeing anything going up the tubes. So far, my hypothesis is correct. Look, I've tried to say that word 3 times. It ain't coming out. My is correct so far. Now I'm gonna need to look up how to spell that. Honestly, can't be arsed. Right, what if I do this preemptively now? Because with nothing coming up, nothing should be able to jump out at me. Right, so again, in theory, nothing is coming up these tubes. So now, okay, you're still there, that's fine. You probably just haven't died yet. So now if I stand up here, I think technically, yeah, and now the guardians are spawning over my left shoulder, but it's my right shoulder. So they're spawning on my left, and there they go up the right. Okay, we've cracked it, and we can make this look like anything we want, and it'll still work perfectly when we're up here. That's amazing. Right, we're about to move on to something different, I promise. The last thing I will say, this side's working fine, this side is not. I don't know what to say. All I changed down here, I copied this side exactly onto this side, and it appears that has stopped it working, even though we know this side works perfectly, and this side now doesn't. I am absolutely fighting for my life out here. Oh, now I'm done. I'm done. I don't care. Let's build something else. Just on a little side note, why can guardians survive on land? I know these things are the terrors of the deep, and they're horrible, and they're awful, right? Why can you survive on land? That shouldn't be the case. Also, ignoring the fact I have no idea where he came from, that's still a bit weird. I didn't even look at you. Come here. Just come here and fight me. Just come here, right? Just fight me. Just stay there. Just stay there. Just stay there and die. Perfect. See? Why did that work this time? All right, so it's time for a bit of an update. Imagine when you walk out of the nether, you see these lovely walls. Obviously in here it'll be a bit brighter, but for right now, nothing's spawning, so that's not an issue. Actually, except the guardians. They're spawning very well. I'm reluctant to say it's fixed because typically whenever I say that, something will break, but for right now, it's working lovely. Now, for the walkway in here, you can obviously see that I'm trying to use some quartz. I would love to add in the amethyst, but it's just, currently I'm not finding the space, so I'm not trying to overuse it. Maybe when it comes to finessing, that's when we'll try and throw it in. My plan is to have 3 walkways. I would love to have down here, there's obviously splits because otherwise it's going to walk into there. I'm enjoying how this looks. This is meant to look kind of sculpture-y, I guess. I don't really know what else to call it and kind of how else to describe it. Maybe, does that look better if that's like that? Possibly. It kind of maybe ties it together. Ah, I've fallen. Great, cool. I love that from Mark. The other walkways, I would love to split on the other side of the wall and then bring it down here and then hopefully have it land over here. Then in the future, connect here to here with some kind of walkway. And then I don't know what we would have on these shelves, but it's more space that we can actually use for stuff. I'm just saying stuff because I don't know what stuff is going to be the stuff. Just stop saying stuff, it doesn't sound like a word anymore. So hopefully I can bring that down and bring it over there. The room is obviously very square. It's very straight. It's very sharp. And it's kind of hard to actually make something cool out of that. So currently the actual idea I'm going for is build this, make it kind of look acceptable, and then go back and smooth everything over. Once we actually have the base design for it, that's when we can really tie everything together. My initial thoughts, this walkway might be a little bit thin. Maybe it needs some kind of safety rails. So like obviously down here, this kind of looks great. If this wasn't here and this was just a 2x2 walkway, it would look a little bit basic, a little bit unfinished. Kind of like how I'm thinking this looks. I don't actually know what I would do for it, but I think it needs something. I'm enjoying the walls looking like it's holding up the whole whole structure. I'm enjoying messing around with stuff like this and then incorporating into the lights, because then hopefully we can get rid of the torches and just have the whole room actually just lit up by the design. It's coming together nicely, but I'd be lying if I said I knew what I was going to do next. I don't have any kind of idea in my head for anything in here. I'm just kind of winging it. My initial idea was to do something with the glass in the bottom here and make it kind of look void effect-y, but I kind of scrapped that, mainly because we would really only have there and there, or there and there, and I just don't think it would look very good. You need at least 4 or 5 layers, I think. So I scrapped that idea. I don't think it's that good. I think we'll just turn the bottom here into something. I have no idea what, and I don't actually know when I'm going to end the episode today. I would love to get a lot done. I just don't really have that much time to do it in. If I knew what I was doing, I would be fine, but this is day 2 of 2. I need to actually just edit the words that are coming out of my mouth now and then get it uploaded. So let me get back to work. Let me see what we've got so far. Let me maybe design a little bit more in here. I might honestly just go and get some more cyan glass and try and finish off this structure here, and then at least that's done, and then we can start building the room around it. But I also have red glass on me. I think if we put an entrance in the eye, that would be really cool. My main concern though, and it's obviously a very big concern, if we fly in the eye, we immediately will need to turn to the left or to the right, otherwise we're just gonna crash straight into this, which obviously is not what we want. But just alternatively, I don't know how else we get in here. I guess it's fine working with the ladder in and out, and we do have the nether portal. I don't know. I kind of envisioned flying into here. I just don't know if that's possible. So I said I was going to stop waffling and get back to work, and then I kept waffling. So I'll see you in a wee minute. Okay, so more than a wee minute has passed, but I've actually been quite busy. Let's ignore the fact that in third person it begins to rain in here. But then when I go into first person, dry as a bone. That's a bit weird. This is probably very loud, so let me switch this off, and then we'll just deal with the boys up here. Do I have any XP to grab? Of course I do. Look at that. My goodness. Now, what have I been up to? Well, for starters, this is all glass now. I think it looks much better. We can keep an eye on things. It looks really cool. Everything still works totally fine. The whole tube is glass. The whole killing chamber is glass. On top is still the half slabs, and everything looks great. I think this is totally fine. I do, however, need to knock this down quickly because I will absolutely forget about it. What else have I done? Well, for starters, down here, I've actually brought down the chest and hopper system purely just for ease of access. My god, there's so much useless stuff in here. I don't fully know what it's going to look like in the future, but I figured instead of walking along this tightrope here, we might as well bring it all the way down to the floor, because at the very heart of things, this is still a guardian farm. We do still need the storage, and this will allow me to AFK here for a very long time. I've also brought the walkways down to the floor. Same thing as like I said before, it's still looking a little bit skinny and a little bit unfinished, but at least now we know where it comes down to. We now know what we can build under here. We now know how much space we have over here, and that's come together quite nicely. It's another thunderstorm, and I really cannot be bothered. I'm just gonna wait until it stops. Now, as you can hopefully see by the length of the video, it is time to wrap up. I've left myself with a lot of options for what we can do next time. I have a few other projects I would like to do back at the base so we can just splice it together so we're not always just doing the same thing. Hopefully off camera I'll finish the spikes outside so we can finally see what here looks like, because spoiler alert, these don't actually go anywhere. These are not full spikes. I got lazy. I love these camera angles. I just filled it in so it looked like this, just so I could actually see what the room looks like. So I don't think I'm lazy. I think I'm just efficient and a genius. Yeah, so we've got lots to do next time, and then depending what I can be bothered doing off camera, I might just get all the monotonous stuff done. Like I might actually just replace all these stone blocks here and just get this all tidied up, because doing that on camera will just take away from doing the actual fun stuff. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please let me know by leaving a like. It lets me know you're enjoying the content. YouTube knows you're enjoying the content. It's also completely free, so let's be honest, you're not going to get a better deal than that anywhere else on the internet. You can also subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos every 2 days. You'll get to see how I finish off in here. You'll get to see any other projects I'm doing. Plus, you just get to hear my voice. Honestly, what's not to like? You won't regret it. But I mean, if you do, you can always just unsubscribe, and then honestly, no hard feelings, except for my broken heart. That will be the hardest feeling of them all. So having said that, and with that being said, I hope you stay out of trouble. You don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll see yous later.